You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy you're here and I get to see that beautiful, amazing, just adorable little face. Thank you for being here. My name is Michelle McDaniel. I'm a personal trainer, a proud mother of a pug and a chihuahua, a past theater nerd gone grown-up cosplayer, and this is my channel. My thoughts will probably offend you, where I share my thoughts that will probably offend at least one person. And today is another episode of Does This Offend You? Come one, come all. We've got a load of different topics that I share with you, and you guys tell me in the comment section, does it offend you or not? It's very easy and very fun. Also, I do have a second channel that I would love for you to check out. We gossip on there like girlfriends do, and I'm also working currently on my new series, Cosplay and Crime and Conspiracies. So I linked that below, come chat with me. I'll bring the hot Cheetos. Okay, number one. Alright, I know a lot of my subscribers enjoy trash television, but this one might be for the ones that are around my age. Probably my 90s babies, late 80s babies, but do you guys remember Flavor of Love? Yeah, probably the start of trashy reality television. Do you guys remember New York from Flavor of Love? How can you not? But a little refresher, there was this scene.
You know what? I am, however, gonna
Well, the Flavor of Love runner-up angered the LGBTQ+ community, which was a very big surprise because she seemed to be an ally and really just an icon in that community. Recently, on a reality television show called One Mo Chance, a reality show which follows rapper Kamal Chance as he tries to find love, very similar to Flavor of Love. Tiffany, aka New York, on December 13th attacked a contestant, Tiffany Walker. Just to make it not so confusing, we will call Tiffany from Flavor of Love, New York, and Tiffany Walker, Tiffany Walker. Attacked Tiffany Walker over gender identity. New York was convinced that Tiffany Walker is a man, and she decided to tell her this.
Very forthcoming with me, and I feel like you have a situation. I do believe that you're a man.
Well, Tiffany is actually a cis woman, and she made that completely clear. And when she made it clear, New York asked,
Does it bother you when I tell you that I feel like you're a man and you have like and sweaty? What does that do to you? Like, does it fuck with you?
And because Tiffany says no,
No.
that's why New York decided to cut her from the show. All right.
No. That's what scares me.
I guess New York wanted Tiffany to be bothered. Trying to understand the logic here, but you know, it's not real logic, it's reality show logic. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into the transphobia comment. There's a lot of channels that focus on what is transphobic, what is not. If you want a deeper look into that, I just watched one that Samantha did on the topic, but I usually like to judge and deem people a asshole or a non-asshole. And I'm gonna look at it as a woman who is muscular. And whenever someone wants to insult me, they usually say,
well, you look like a man,
or
you are a man.
And if you watched Flavor of Love like I did when I was in high school, you probably know that New York is a full-on hole.
This was the first interaction I really had with Brain, so I wanted to see her her anger level. I wanted to see if I was powerful enough to twist her mind. It was a mind thing. She got mind screwed by me.
She says things to get under people's skin and make them upset. She wants to make them upset, so she's gonna say the most outlandish things to get a reaction out of them. And here, this girl didn't even give her a reaction, and that probably irritated her.
Does it bother you when I tell you that I feel like you're a man? No.
This girl was like, okay. And so Tiffany put out an apology, and I love apologies. It really shows if someone is apologizing because they are actually sorry or because they angered a lot of people. So let's see the apology.
You guys are mad at me today, and there's no reason to be. I don't have a transphobic bone in my body. Let's just say that clip that was seen, the woman in the clip was not transgendered, okay? And I myself was born a woman, and I always get mistaken as a man. Everywhere I go, the grocery store, the airport, I hear whispers, oh, that's a man, that's a guy, I know it. I internalize that as strength, and I go, yeah, okay, you think I'm a man. Well, that's because you're intimidated right now. You wish you looked as good as I did. And, I can steal your man. So me calling her a man, it wasn't really like anything disrespectful. It was just me enduring and actually, going through what I go through on a regular basis and just putting that on her and see how she can handle it. When us women that may not be trans are mistaken for men, what do we do with that? How do we flip that? So what I'm saying is, if I call a heterosexual, hereditary woman, if you will, a man, I don't want y'all to think that I'm trying to diss transgendered women, because that's not the case. Literally, the story of my life. But has it stopped me? No. Being a man ain't all that bad, y'all.
Okay, let's get this straight, just so that we're on the same page. New York. So you basically took the rude comments that you got, which bothered you, took those comments, and then you passed it on to someone else so that you could also hurt them. And then you claim empowerment.
Enduring and actually, going through what I go through on a regular basis and just putting that on her and see how she can handle it.
Girl, no. A-hole, and transphobic or not, that apology was just... If I was Tiffany, I'd be like, nope, not taking that apology. Keep over there. Gone. Bye. Anyway, would this apology suffice you if you were Tiffany, if you were trans, if you're a woman who gets constantly called a man, or just in general? And does the situation, the uproar about her comments, or the apology offend you? Oh, Cosmopolitan, here we go again. So Cosmopolitan came out with a interesting cover that has a lot of people upset. The cover graces an obese individual and the word saying, "This is healthy." Is it really a surprise though, because Cosmopolitan featured the goddess of fat positivity on their cover? Why are people surprised about this? They love putting obese individuals on covers because then people talk about their cover and then generates more attention to their magazine. Just like we're doing right now. 11 women who prove wellness isn't one size fits all. The story highlights several women of diverse body types and lifestyles, each who have struggled with their body image. Now, according to John, Obese, out of the 11 women featured, 2 were obese. And he went into more detail of the context of the article. I didn't buy it, but I'll leave a link to his video. Apparently, it wasn't as bad as it seems. But people were very outraged about the cover because they did decide to choose the obese women for the cover and put the phrase, "This is healthy," basically saying obesity, yeah, that's healthy. That's some good stuff. Many people were upset that they would promote obesity in the midst of a pandemic when obese people are more at risk with the virus. And then here they are saying obesity is great and perfectly fine in bright letters and a colorful background. But like I said, with no context of the actual article, I'm just gonna focus on the cover that had most people very upset. So I can understand both sides. It says that they speak about the struggles that these women had around their body image. And a lot of these women are probably about my age, and in my teenage years, we didn't have something called body positivity. If you looked different, you got made fun of. And especially if you were the fat kid, you definitely got made fun of. But like I said, we didn't have body positivity. I was not super thin like my friends. I had double D's and I felt out of place. It was a struggle when I was young. I felt like an ogre, a very short ogre. So I understand the side of the obese girls who are probably just wanting to live their life, do their yoga, and just appreciate their bodies right now at this age, because they couldn't do that when we were younger. But then there's the other side that I also understand, who are looking at this magazine like, what the absolute stop shoving this obesity is healthy bull down our throat. I think the choice of words here is where the cover fails for me, because if we kept everything pretty much the same but replaced the model with a thinner model smoking while doing yoga, everyone would be like, no. If we put someone doing hard drugs or shooting up while they do yoga, "This is healthy," they would be like, take this off. Just because someone can do yoga doesn't mean they are healthy. If they replaced it with "this is fit," I would have absolutely nothing to say. Obese people can be fit. I've seen it. People who do hard drugs can actually be pretty fit. Do you know how many top tier bikini models do that? I'm not saying that the models that I just showed you do that, but I'm just saying many athletic people that you would never think do certain things and are very healthy aren't actually very healthy, but they're very fit. So, they got that. So you know, at dinner, if you have families that sit together, mine didn't. We weren't the most functional family. But if you are a family that sits together and are very religious, what if whoever said prayer said it like this? Heavenly Father, thank you so much for blessing my family with this bountiful meal. Awoman. What would you do? And would that offend you or not? A Missouri congressman is receiving some criticism after closing out an opening prayer with Amen and Awoman over the weekend.
And God known by many names, by many different faiths. A man and a woman.
I just thought it was super funny. I'm not too sure if people were actually offended by this, but they show enough are making fun of him. This one cracked me up. So a random page didn't like my video I did on Alan, not because of my criticism of him, but because I didn't drag him enough when it comes to the virus and his political beliefs. But this was their argument, that I can drag fat people. Let me be clear, I'm not educated on the virus. I've already done that and I ended up getting info wrong, listening to healthcare professionals. So I don't even touch the topic. You're mad at that? I have admitted many times that I do not watch politics. Y'all rioting at the Capitol now? Yep. This is why I stick to anime. Y'all get real crazy. I do have to say though, now that I looked some things up, I definitely see the difference between how the BLM looters were treated and the people who stormed the Capitol. Very interesting, especially on Facebook. People who are upset about the BLM looters, but they're completely fine with the storming of the Capitol. Psh, y'all, okay. Come on. If you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I do what I like, not what people like me to do. Now, what I am educated on is obesity and the fact that it's not healthy. So it's very easy to talk about one of those topics. Also, helping people fight obesity has been my job since I was about 20. Not politics and not viruses, and I'm pretty sure it's not your job either. You probably don't know exactly what's going on. Now, I won't repost the page because whoever made it didn't put their face on it.
You coward.
Okay, I want to see that beautiful face if I'm gonna shout out your page. But someone commented on the post they made about me when they were irritated that I didn't drag Alan enough for things that I'm not educated on. And I thought it was interesting because she follows me and messages me. By the way, the before and after pics are great. I think that's really amazing. She obviously put in a lot of hard work, but I found her comments very interesting. And she's a white woman who has an issue with me being a black woman and how I act. So let's read the comments. This doesn't surprise me at all. I feel like a good chunk of people only found her through her association with the bald one. I'm sure some people have found me through Alan, but a lot of people also found me through Obese to Beast. A lot of other pages who have shouted me out. Bodybuilding, being in the cosplay community. Come on, what freshel, what fresh shell, what fresh shell, I think. If I'm saying it wrong, what fresh shell, I'm sorry. Anyway, so why would she disavow someone who helped boost her? It's unfortunate to see a woman of color kowtowing to this level of outright BS and hatred. But it's also not at all surprising. There's a phrase for black people who are subservient to white folks, right? I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm thinking it real hard. Oh, what a fresh. Come here, girl, come here with yourself. I'm not sure if you know this, but I don't need to act the way that you want me to act. People of color, does it offend you when certain people tell you that you are not acting the way that you're supposed to be acting based off the color of your skin, especially when it's a white person and they're preaching about being subservient to a white person, but I'm supposed to be subservient to you and act the way that you want me to act? What a fresh, you're crazy. It's not the same, but it reminds me of Keemstar, who said Spanky wasn't black enough because she's light-skinned.
Another issue I have is she is super light-skinned. And I'm sorry, if I want to hear the black experience from someone, I want to hear from someone that is darker skinned. Like, I have a darker complexion than this woman.
Who, like, what possessed y'all? What demon possessed you? Let me know. But what a freshel. If Alan starts posting videos about obesity being unhealthy, which is right up my alley, I promise you, I'll make a video dragging him harder than any of the fat acceptance warriors I've ever talked about on my channel. Deal? Until then, don't gatekeep black people. Next. So I was just scrolling on Instagram and my eyes went straight to this and I knew, I knew. The Stepford Wives and the Hank Hills were going to be pissed. And they were. So there's a clip of a mother and son and they do this. And people were very uncomfortable with the way she looked and very concerned for her son. I hope she's not his mom. And then under those comments is a bunch of people saying like, yeah, she's too skinny, she looks weird, this and that. Look at her eyes, she's probably on drugs. And she comes back and says, insomnia and weight issues, dude. I've struggled with it since I was a kid. I hate it, but I hate more so everyone's attitude about it. Changes when you're a kid. There's concern. When you're an adult, you're just called a druggie. Don't do that to him. Put him in clothes. And then she like tries to clarify, not, but to force him into your style. Every parent does that, which they do. Please don't teach your kids this. Anyway, I always see that whenever it's not a traditional like family or a traditional look, if they look punk or goth, or if they're super bootylicious or like hip hop lifestyle, or if they are, which I don't know if we're allowed to say this word on YouTube, they keep changing their appropriate words. But I always see that, so I thought it was a great time to ask you guys, do non-traditional looking parents offend you? Well, you guys, we have made it to the end, so tell me, did you attain being offended? Let me know in that comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you guys next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrum.